All the sponsors of this wicked radical Fulanis, get ready. Because I go touch you now one after the other. Let me talk up. We go punish now. I be like, who they feel now? I say hand, he go touch you now. I myself, like I said, I've called Ezekiel, Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, just now if I'm making this video to confirm his number is not going. Since yesterday, his number. Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo has been kidnapped. Since yesterday night, since 3 a.m., I've been awake. And I was supposed to sleep now. In the morning, since around 8, because my daughter, she does ice skating. So I took her for our skating academy. We just got home. I was supposed to sleep and I heard the news that Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo has been kidnapped. It was yesterday I published it here that a notice has been given by the Islamic society or authority, whatever, that in the next 7 days, Ezekiel Dachomo must be kidnapped. Yesterday I published it. Today, Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo is kidnapped. I want to send a message to our Muslim brother. The kind of message I want to send to you is not the one we wear cap like Pastor Gentleman. No. My wear like this first. See, you know what I want you guys to understand there? The era you guys think that what you have, you only have Muslim jihadists, it has passed. So this era, you guys are. You are so dumb that you have to think that the way you have been eating others, kidnapping others, and go scot-free, you will do it to Ezekiel Dachomo, nothing will happen. This message is to the Muslim, Sultan of Sokoto, to all those sponsors of this Fulani, radical Fulanis. This message to you guys. The era you think you attack the Christian, go scot-free. That era has passed. Expect it back in return. You don't understand? Yes, expect it back in return. If you are not foolish, I think that we just made a video not up to 2 weeks. He said something. What did he say? If they kidnap me, don't bring ransom. He said like they kidnap me, that my blood will speak. Only that video alone, he caught attention of Trump. They are already planning. As foolishly, stupidly, you rush and kidnap him. And you guys think nothing will happen. Sultan Sokoto, get ready. All the sponsors of this wicked radical Fulanis, get ready. Because I go touch you now one after the other. Let me talk up. We go punish now. I be like, who they feel now? I say hand, he go touch you now. I myself, like I said, I've called Ezekiel, Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, just now if I'm making this video to confirm his number is not going. Since yesterday, his number has not been going according to my findings. And this is all like him. Obviously, he has been kidnapped. We cannot publish something yesterday and say this is the rumor or that has been given. That his video is what called Donald Trump attention. That they must kidnap and buy him within 7 days. And I go carry him. And you think it will be business as usual? Not lie, you. Not lie. It not go happen. It not go happen. It not go happen. You guys, get ready. Now me talk am. Just get ready. You don't understand? What you are going to get is what the Bible say, press down, shake it together, run it over. Una go get am. This time, your una cup, you don't fool. Una cup. When I thought the way I thought sometimes, I said it before. In 2010 to be precise, I and some men of God, I was privileged to a list. By the time the America will investigate this thing, their sponsors, the names you guys will hear will shock you. There are some politicians today that you celebrate and they forget not only Shetima, not only the ones you know. That you people celebrate today, who start, I don't know they are still part of it now. You understand? This sponsor Boko Haram. As of 2010, you remember that suicide bombing that was taking place in Abuja? You know, they were paying those guys 10 million naira. They paid them before they will go. That was the period Sanusi was the CBN governor, right? They were paying them through Jazz Bank. Before they'll go for it, they pay them 5 million. When they buy after that, they'll pay 5 million to the account of their family members. Do you understand? And I saw some people on that list, some educated northerners that you will never, who has indirectly tried to speak against it today, who are trying to add a consent today. I saw their name on that list. I'm just still careful not to call names. But this is why you see, I don't respect most of them. That list I saw, I'm very sure that even because everything was on that list, what was happening, everything was what was happening. Do you understand? Because of the teaching they inculcate into these guys, so they just agree 10 million though, as at that time. So 10 million those sermons that was taking place in Abuja, 10 million, and they were strategizing everything. I saw names of some top northerners on the top. Today, they cannot talk. Even they want to talk against it, they just manage to stop for talking's sake. Do you understand? But I'm not trying to tell people, una form the Muslim jihadists, make una ready, una go hear from Christian jihadists. Do you understand? Una not get her now. Hey, they slap on one side. We are definitely turning to the other side, but this other side, not our cheek, is what you used to give us. We are giving you back.
I don't know whether I'll be the next. But for me, I've already told my family, my members, if they kidnap me, nobody should contribute 1 kobo. My grave will speak. My blood will raise war that will lead to Christian liberation. That day is coming. I'm just waiting for them. Even I will tell them, please kill me quickly. Because nobody will bring cover. And if they call home, they will tell them our daddy covenant last week that we should never pay a kobo. Please kill him. Because my blood will be useful while I'm in the grave. It will fight to finish him.
People denying that, there was no Christian, there has been no genocide on Christians. If we want to begin primarily, my brother, where is Leah Sharibu since 2018? Of 113 captives. Like that. She was singled out because they wanted her to deny her faith. They refused to release her till date. What happened to Deborah in Sokoto College of Education, who thanked God online for enabling her to finish her exam as any Christian would have done? They stoned her to death in this same country. And even lawyers were trooped out to say we will break out from MBA if we will not allow us to defend the people who stoned her to death. No one is in detention. Nobody has been prosecuted. What happened?
Wow.
It was this same Reno of mockery who found out when there was a Reno of mockery. He was the one who found out.
Join me in that very critical conversation today. I have the former managing director of the Guardian newspaper, who is currently a columnist, Mr. Martin Soloja. Brother Martin, how do you read, the way people are talking about Mr. Trump's intervention? What's your own reading of it, and what do you think ought to be the right perspective?
I am worried as a journalist that in this time and age, when the social media has democratized access to information, that people are using the same media to deny reality. And people are exaggerating what the President of the United States has promised to do. He only promised to help us deal with terrorists who have been dealing with Christians in this place. He didn't say in any tweet anywhere that he was coming to invade Nigeria for anything.
I don't think so.
But the people are now using the media to say, he's interested in our oil. It's an economic issue. Why did he want to do it? They did this one in Libya. They did this in Iraq. They did this in... Why is he interested? And he has failed. And they are using the same media to get even some people who have become crisis merchants in Nigeria to be using misinformation and disinformation. And they are making us to believe that we do not like the president, that they are targeting the president. No. This problem began long before even 2009 when Boko Haram manifested itself.
True.
It began before that. But since that way, it has become an international dimension. So many things have happened that people are now denying. And people denying that, oh, there was no Christian, there has been no genocide on Christians. If we want to begin primarily, my brother, where is Leah Sharibu since 2018? Of 113 captives. Like that. She was singled out because they wanted her to deny her faith. They refused to release her till date. You attended so many media security meetings, even under Buhari, where I asked this question more than 5 times. Where is there? They have been promising. They left her because she's a Christian. We heard that she's given back. Her father is still in the police force.
Wow.
It was this same Reno Omokri who found out when there was a Reno Omokri. He was the one who found out about the identity of her father, that is actually from Adamawa State, a Christian from Adamawa State, serving in Yobe State. And the mother was there, who had been, the President Buhari promised everybody that she will be released. It's still not released. Nobody knows her whereabouts. What happened to Deborah in Sokoto College of Education, who thanked God online for enabling her to finish her exam as any Christian would have done? They stoned her to death in this same country. And even lawyers were trooped out to say we will break out from MBA if we will not allow us to defend the people who stoned her to death. No one is in detention. Nobody has been prosecuted. What happened? So many things have happened like that. Why are there so many people? Would we want to deny that we do not have IDP camps? There are so many of them in this Abuja. So many of them in the places, 2 states that they have targeted, Benue and Plateau, Christian dominated. You know the place of Jos as the capital of Plateau State, even in Christendom here. You know that Benue State too is Christian dominated. Why do terrorists target Christians in that place? Why do they allow? What happened to all those people in IDP camps who occupied their natural habitat, the place God the Almighty gave them to live? Why can't they return? Who are the people occupying those places? So this thing is so complex, but as a journalist, we are not allowed to do contextual reporting of all these things, to bring out facts of those people, the villages they have destroyed, people they have killed. There are videos of pregnant women they have killed. They shattered the pregnancy and all those things. They say nothing happened here. So these are issues. I think it's not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He inherited all this problem. He began in earnest in 2009 when Boko Haram story became international. But since that time, a lot of things have happened. Then our armed forces, we know their capacity. But look at the budget of this 6.5 trillion, even in this year's budget. Suddenly, the defense budget takes the lion's share of our budget at a time.
Over 12%.
Yes, over 12%. That we need this one for critical infrastructure. There's somebody somewhere, president of the United States of Republican Party, and you know their principles. They are conservative people. They were the people who influenced even the writing of their constitution, and the constitution they put in God we trust. So they don't deny it. That is what they defend wherever Christians are traumatized and molested anywhere in the world. And he has said this one, no, this one we have had. You know, you recall that even in 2018, or thereabouts, even it was President Buhari himself who revealed in a private meeting he had with President in his first term.
That was the first time, yes.
First time. That we heard that they are slaughtering Christians in your country. He said, no, sir. It was President Buhari himself who revealed it. It didn't start yesterday. Why are they denying this thing and saying that we should not take out terrorists in this place, that we should negotiate with them? Where in the world will you bring terrorists that you say you are looking for to be negotiating with them, to hold meeting, and they are gone? Who approved the guns they carried to meeting in Casina for them? This is our country. It's not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has tried all that he can do to end this thing. We have seen revelation where people were talking about how President, the then President, Goodluck Jonathan brought in machinery and he was trying to finish the job.
Yeah.
And they stopped him because they didn't want crisis merchants in this country, and people who do not love this country are denying reality.
Okay, so Mr. Oloja, we also have inside information, although we won't mention names, that there are people in the Nigerian military who want to finish the terrorists, and that they were restrained by political appointees in this government. It's been reported, for instance, that there was a time they almost got Bello Turji within their range, but they were altered, and several other instances like that. What that tells me is that it's either there is no courage or sufficient courage inside government, or there is collusion. How can the president solve that situation? Because we can't have two sets of standards.
So we are saying in the media, we are saying through this medium that Mr. President should summon up courage, to have the political will to discern this fact that there are some people who do not want these crises to end. I call them, what others have called them, crisis merchants. I do not believe that we do not have capacity in the military to crush this. We have had this thing you are saying, that a particular security chief insisted that these people must be crushed, and that there's another superior person who is trying to protect a territory and a race. Because the person will not like this thing to end, and then Mr. President, who is a politician who also will face re-election, he is trying to buy into it, and they have removed a particular security chief we have had. This is Nigeria. This is about our country. Because that person is insisting that these people must be crushed. And now another person is saying, no, let us negotiate with them. They listen to Sheikh Gumi, who is saying that we should be negotiating with them, who is always sitting down with them.
This is the same Sheikh Gumi who went to Saudi Arabia. And they said that the man is a security threat.
And then
they didn't allow him to come and do his pilgrimage. They sent him back home.
They sent him back home. And it is only in Nigeria that kind of person will be given media space to be repeating the fact that these terrorists are not bad people, that we need to negotiate with them. And then they will invite them into a meeting with their guns. And then the security people will be guarding them. And they will enter their buses and they will drive away like that. And the following day, they will gather before Mr. President to say, this is what we are doing. Mr. President will tell them to crush them, do away with them. But they have been holding meetings with them because of the advice of a particular security chief. It's about our country. It's not about anybody. What we are saying is that they should not give us the narrative that this thing does not exist. Let us straighten the matter. We do not want President Trump to come and invade this place. What we are saying is that Mr. President should do the right thing by getting security people to crush these people. People who are protecting them are enemies of the state, and they are enemies of Nigeria. People who are advising that Mr. President should be negotiating with these terrorists. Trump is saying that, look, enough is enough of crushing Christians like that with impunity. In a particular December, they burned St. Teresa Church in Abuja here, at the border here. They have burned so many churches in a war. They went there. Are there Christians that went to a war to invade the church and killed so many people? And so many churches like that where they have destroyed even all these assets, even and human beings in Benue, in Plateau, in so many other places in Nigeria like that. It is not about saying, oh, they have killed Christians, they have killed Muslims. That is, it is collateral damage, where you heard that it have killed the Muslims. It is those Muslims who didn't believe in the fundamental objective of terrorists. They killed them.
Okay.
And we are now saying that, oh, no. We are saying, look, we know that we have a responsibility to defend our country. We have a responsibility to stand by the government of our country. But enough should be enough. If we have an authority that is higher, that is saying we are coming to help you, let me ask a question. Who is afraid of this help from